Today, I'm recommending a newly released brain-burning survival movie called Until Dawn. Imagine being in a mysterious, isolated valley where hundreds of people vanish one after another, like they're being harvested by an invisible force. Even scarier, they're all trapped in a creepy death loop. Every time they think they've escaped, it's just the start of a nightmare, and it gets deadlier each time. Let's get straight into the story. Our main character, Clover, has a sister named Melanie who disappeared a year ago without a trace. Just as Clover was about to give up, she found a video sent by her sister, the only clue left. So Clover grabs her friends and drives straight to that middle-of-nowhere valley. Following the video, they find a cafe. From the outside, the place looks like time has stopped, not a single brick has changed. But there's an eerie feeling in the air, like something is watching them. Anxious for answers, Clover walks inside. The owner is a tall, mysterious man with a big beard and a hat. Since this was the last place her sister was seen, Clover tries to get some info. She shows him Melanie's photo. The bearded man glances at it and says she's pretty, but isn't she missing? Clover immediately gets defensive because she never mentioned her sister was missing. The man explains that many people come here looking for lost ones. He points toward Glower Mountain, saying people vanish there for no reason all the time. Clover's heart skips a beat. She rushes out to tell her friends, and they drive straight to the mountain, but the weather turns against them. A sudden, heavy downpour hits, making it impossible to see the road. Just as they're debating whether to turn back, something weird happens. The rain stops instantly, but the sky looks strange. Abel pulls the car over and they get out to look. The place looks like a hidden paradise, cool but creepy. There's no cell signal at all. Nearby, a wooden cross stands in the ground. Behind them, where they just drove in, a massive wall of water has appeared. For safety, they decide to check out a nearby house until the weather clears. Clover lingers by the water wall. While staring at it, she hears someone calling her name. She sees a blurry figure that quickly vanishes. To find out more, she steps into the water wall. Voices call her from every direction, but no one is there. Jasper pulls her back, asking what's wrong. Meanwhile, weird things are happening inside the house. They call out, but no one answers. Maisie finds a calendar set to October 24th, 1998. The clock on the wall is strange too. It has an hourglass built into it. The house looks like it hasn't been lived in for ages. Abel records the rooms on his phone. In another room, the walls are covered in papers. He peels one off to find a man's photo labeled Quack. Underneath are photos of all the missing people, including Melanie. As night falls, Maisie finds a guest log and signs her name. Suddenly, things get weirder. She flips through the log and sees the same names repeated on every page. The handwriting gets messier and messier as it goes down. Abel calls them over to show them the wall. Why are there only photos of the missing people with no other info? Clover returns and sees the log titled Glower Mountain. Realizing this is where Melanie disappeared, she tells them she heard her sister's voice in the rain. Suddenly, the hourglass on the wall starts a countdown. A strange noise comes from outside. Their car is gone. Abel runs out and sees someone driving their car in the rain, revving the engine. They retreat inside and head to the basement looking for a phone. It's huge and dusty down there, and weirdly, the basement has a window. Clover finds a phone, but it's dead. Megan finds a radio, but there's no response. Back upstairs, the car is suddenly back outside. Maisie hears Abel struggling and finds him brutally murdered by a clown. The others run up and see the clown standing over Maisie's body. They hide, but the clown seems to have psychic vision. He kills Jasper and then finds Megan in a closet. Clover escapes into the woods and sees Melanie, but the clown strikes again. The hourglass finishes, a mechanism in the clock triggers, and the hourglass flips. Suddenly, everyone is alive again. Maisie, Megan, Abel, Clover, and Jasper, they're all back, but they haven't forgotten. The pain of dying is still fresh. They realize they just died. Their photos are now on the wall. Abel says they need to leave, but the lights flicker and the front door starts opening and closing on its own. Abel locks it, but it opens again. The hourglass starts another countdown. Megan starts having trouble breathing. Her body twists, the lights go out, and she vanishes. They find her floating in the air, pale and screaming for help, speaking in the voices of the people on the wall. She collapses. Then a knocking comes from the door. Someone is begging for help outside. They open it, but nothing is there. Suddenly, a second house appears across the way, lit up. Clover is pulled toward it by an invisible force. The door shuts and she's dragged inside. Clover wakes up surrounded by clown masks. An old man on an oxygen tank sits in a chair. A news report plays about a mine collapse in town from years ago. Clover tries to escape, but the door is locked. The old man stares her down, pins her, and forces the oxygen mask onto her. As Clover's face distorts, the old man turns to ash. Jasper comes looking for her and finds Clover wearing the mask. She stabs him. Meanwhile, Abel and Maisie try to drive away, but a giant stops them. They return and are killed by the clown again. Everyone is dead. Reset. Maisie signs the log for the third time. Terrified, they barricade the bathroom, hoping to last the night. Abel drinks water from a top that suddenly started working. Everyone has a sip. They wonder if they're trapped forever and where the other missing people went. Suddenly, Abel coughs and literally explodes. Maisie dies next, then Megan. Clover and Jasper choose to commit suicide to reset. Before she dies, Clover sees the bearded man from the cafe walk in. He tells her, "You can't survive by just standing still. Reset." They head to the basement for answers. Clover finds the bearded man's badge. He was a doctor. 20 years ago, a mine disaster happened at Glower Valley. Investigators drilled too deep, triggering something worse than a collapse, killing over 1,100 people. The town was swallowed by the earth. That's why there's only one house left, and the basement has a window. The rest of the town is underground. Maisie tries to open the front door in the basement, but it's pitch black outside. Jasper finds a video of a man driven mad by trauma, the original clown. The doctor contacts them via radio. He tells Clover to meet him in the woods alone. Her friends think it's a trap, but Clover runs out to find Melanie. The others realize if Clover dies, they must die too to reset the loop and save her. Abel is fed up. He says Clover tried to kill herself twice last year, so they should just let her die. Maisie attacks Abel, wounding him. Megan and Jasper go to help Clover. Maisie stays with Abel, but things go wrong. In the woods, Clover steps in a trap and is dragged away. Jasper and Megan search for her, encounter a creature in the trees, and flee. Megan falls through glass into an underground area and is dragged into the dark. Jasper finds Clover and saves her. Melanie appears, but she's turned into a monster. Jasper uses the leg trap to pin the monster's face. They hide and debate. If they die, they reset, but what if they don't? They choose to die anyway. Reset. Clover has a nightmare about Melanie. Abel notices his skin is rotting, but the others don't tell him. They realize they're losing their memories of the loops. Jasper thinks it's the third time. Abel says the fifth, but Maisie shows them the log. It's the 13th. No one in the record survived past 13. This is their last chance. Megan is missing. Rules have changed again. Abel finds videos on his phone showing them being killed by various creatures. Megan saw the doctor enter the basement door and followed him. A siren blares. Monsters swarm the house. The four head to the basement door. They encounter monsters in the hallway and flee into a room where the clown is waiting. While the others fight the clown, Clover goes to find Megan. She finds Melanie again. Clover doesn't fight. She calls out to her sister, trying to wake her up. She pushes Melanie away, declaring she doesn't want to die anymore. She realizes she wants to live. The others kill the clown, who has lost his powers. Clover finds Megan locked in a room with a monster. Clover finds the doctor's control room filled with files on all of them. The doctor enters with coffee and tells Clover she's a fascinating patient, that the place feeds on her fear, and she's the engine of the loop. Clover secretly lets water drip into his coffee. He drinks it and explodes. Clover grabs the keys, saves Megan, and they find the others. With the hourglass almost out, they climb a ladder to the surface. The sand runs out, the monsters vanish, the sun comes out, and the water wall disappears. They drive away, finally free. But back in the monitor room, the screens are still on, and a creepy whistling echoes through the house.